All right, guys, as you just saw, just perform one of our deceleration techniques. All right, this is Coach Brooks with Explosive Sports. Deceleration is probably the most important thing when it comes to our speed training. All right, we broke down a system, and I developed this about 15, 16 years ago called the ADR system. The acceleration, deceleration, reacceleration. Now, we talked about acceleration, so hopefully if you saw that video, great. If you haven't, make sure you go back and check why it's important, okay? But deceleration is more important, because how many times has an athlete gotten hurt on deceleration? That's when it usually occurs. Very rare does an athlete ever get hurt when they come to accelerate out. Most of it occurs when they go to try to stop and they can't do it because they were never taught properly how to stop correctly. Plus, how many times you see an athlete when they have to come to stop, they take 15 steps. Now, a lot of coaches teach that. They're incorrect in how they do that because they don't think the human body can stop the way it should stop. The human body was meant to stop on a dime if in the right position, okay? It was meant to do that, but it has to be trained that way if you're not used to it. So that's what we do extremely well. We work on deceleration. We go over it, okay? And over and over and over again, especially with our athletes coming back from injuries. I get people who call me who I've never worked with, ACL issues. That's one of our big things. We work deceleration after decelerate. I mean, months of it. Why? Because I want to make sure they're strong enough and capable enough of going back to participate in that sport and never having to think about it again. I don't want them to get hurt. So deceleration, there's a couple different ways we do it. We do the split stance, which you just saw. We do athletic stance, where we parallel it up, and then we also do a hockey or turnstile stance. All right, they're the three that we came up with. That covers almost all ways that an athlete's going to have to stop in a game. If they can figure that out, I'm telling you how much better they're going to be. The thousands of athletes that we've worked with over the 20 plus years have increased dramatically, okay, of how they stop and get out of those positions than they've ever seen. They've all told me, man, that deceleration is so much easier to get out of now and coming back. So we work deceleration over and over and over again. It should be spent on, just like I said with acceleration, 3 to 5 minutes. It should also be done the same amount of time, if not a little bit more, on deceleration training. And most coaches have no understanding of it. And then they wonder why their athletes sprain ankles, break ankles, have ACL tears, have hip problems. Teach them how to decelerate, and you can reduce that number of injuries. It's Coach Brooks with Explosive Sports.